Appreciate everybody for joining. What's good with it? All right, so we're gonna have a nice little cool boil. You know, we're gonna make it happen right here in the good kitchen. Uh, what's good with it? All right, so we're gonna have a nice little oyster boil. Oyster, a little bit of seafood. And the seafood I'm using, some shrimp, some some shrimp, crawfish. There you go right there. All right, so we got shrimp, crawfish. That's it. Yep, that's it. So here got oysters right here, crawfish. I had them in some ice bath, and then I just cut up some regular brown potatoes. Well, so we're about to make it happen right here in this good kitchen. It's gonna be fine. Watch and see. Watch and see. Y'all ready for the weekend? That good weekend right around the corner. All right, so what I have right here, I have me some peppers that my wife had growing in the garden. I don't know the name of them, but there's some green peppers. Might be kind of hot. Jalapeno peppers. Oh, them jalapeno peppers. Have me some ginger chopped up, some green onions. There's another little thing she grew in the garden. Some green onions, white onions, beef sausage, and then my shrimp right here. So we about to make it happen right here in the good kitchen. Say, oh. All right, so let's move everything out the way real quick. I'm trying to say, yes, we're ready. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and can y'all please hit that like button when y'all come in? Let's get your boy back up to them good 30 likes. That dirty 30. So we're gonna start with first. First, we're gonna start with the oysters, because it is all about the oysters. Everything else is just an add-on. Uh, James had a whole meal done. Oh, James, what he cook? Smoked chicken, smoked pork chops, pinto beans with rice, homemade cornbread. Now he's drinking some Hennessy privilege. That's what I'm talking about, pimp. You deserve it, man. You know what I'm talking about? You deserve it. Do your thing then. All right, so get this water to boiling. So this gonna be my first time doing oysters on in the stove on the stove. I always did it on my grill. So I want to see how this turn out. All right, so we want that water to start boiling. Then we're gonna take it to the next level. All right, so it's time for me to go ahead and make my drink. You know what I mean? Make me a nice little drink real quick. Oh,
Precious says I've been seeing fried oysters lately. I want to try it out.
okay, well, you gonna like the way I make these oysters. Uh, got the jalapeno peppers. We ready. You eating with me, back? You eating with me?
But I wasn't.
So you thought I wasn't? All right. Make my drink real quick. Well, all right. Yeah, man. Let's tap in with everybody. Yep. So here I go, y'all. The man in the kitchen behind all these good recipes. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to everybody. Hope y'all have y'all drinking y'all hand. Kool-Aid, juice, soda, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you rock with. Okay, we got 11 likes. Appreciate it, appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody want some?
Ken says don't drink too much. You might get underneath the table and roller coaster, roller coaster.
Who's James crazy ass? James ass something different. My boy something different, man. That's my boy James though, you know what I'm talking about? That's a real supporter right there. Appreciate you, pimp. Say James been around since day one. But it's not that alcohol, James. It's something cheap right here. It's just some cheap VSOP. All right. So we just waiting for this water to start boiling. We about to get it cracking here. Yep. We gonna get it cracking in this bad boy. And clear this up real quick. Move this crawfish out the way. All right, so what I'm using for the oysters, we got some olives right here. You know what I mean? Some olives. And we have some jalapeno peppers. Both. Yeah, we got two things of jalapeno peppers. I don't think I'm gonna need both of them. And what else? Oh, so I got a red onion over here too. So this everything for the oysters over here. We're gonna use some of these jalapeno pepper juice, but it's gonna come out fire. Then we have our crawfish, shrimp boil right here. Yeah. Hoping everybody having a good day today. Appreciate y'all for taking the time out to come chill with your boy. You know what I mean? Appreciate the support, all that good stuff, you know. For sure. Everybody. Yeah. All right, this water starting to boil some. So we're gonna get it cracking. I was gonna go way out, but I was like, you know what? I do that another weekend. Cause you know, when you go shopping, you go to shopping and go get a couple things and you end up getting everything. You know what I mean? All right, so boom. I'm gonna put this camera down. Uh, there we go right there. That water boiling. So we're gonna put these oysters in there. And you want to make sure when you buy your oysters, you want to make sure them bad boys ain't open at all. Because if they open, that mean they passed away. The only thing I couldn't find is a oyster knife. What they sell oyster?
I don't like to eat no oysters. Am I being I got two twins on the way. Okay.
Say what?
Jim said he don't need any oysters. He got twins on the way.
Twins on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel you. I feel you. So you know about them oysters, huh? Look at you. You know about them oysters. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know about them oysters. And wash my hands.
Like you.
Second bite.
And that's the rest that I remember when you were with us to fill the mics. We used to have so much fun.
Yeah, I remember them days. Yeah, oh Michael Allen and Filthy Phil. I wonder how they doing. Yup. Family Mackey, everybody. You know what I mean? Fine as wine. Yeah, we used to be chilling. For real. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and start boiling this water over here. You want all this to boil. Yeah. I'm just gonna start boiling the water in the Dutch oven before we start adding everything. Uh, yeah, there was the days. That's when I was new to this. You hear me? But now I'm true to this. You hear? For real. Yes, sir. Yup. Hit that like button when y'all come in. Hit that like button. If it's anybody in the cuts, come on out. You know what I mean? Come join the dice games. You hear me? Yes, come join the dice games. Huh?
James said, I don't see the brother and sister anymore.
No, so you don't see the brothers and sisters no more? Um, okay.
Alligator.
Oh, that gator, when I used to cook the gator. Yeah, that gator is fire. I've been thinking about some gator too. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit. Look, Louisiana something, somewhere out there, you know what I mean? Live that life. For real. Cause I be watching them channels. I love to cook a whole gator. But you know, we can't I don't know how I can get a whole gator out here in California. Probably they can ship it to me on some dry ice. But the best part of the gator is the tail. You know, what I mean, I just want the big ass, long ass tail of the gator. That's all. I don't want nothing else. No other part of the gator. I just want the tail. That's the best part. Fry that bad boy up in some fish fry. The tail go crazy. You know what I mean? I just want to get everything right. Then I'm gonna start tapping in with everybody. You know what I mean? Just give your boy a minute. You hear me? I had to get it in because I wasn't go live this weekend. But I was like, you know what? My wife took today off, so I like I figured get it in today. You know what I mean? And then just probably upload a nice video tomorrow. You know, cook a fat dinner tomorrow. Woo! That nigga trying to get me. That nigga trying to get me. Like, why'd I drop the crawfish in the thing? I don't even feel like pouring them out here. Hold on, I just dropped the crawfish in the water bottles. Give me 1 second. I'm over here funking with a crawfish. Look at him. That boy just try to attack you, boy. That boy just try to attack me for real.
So used to be fun, but way too much drama around YouTube.
Huh?
So I used to YouTube be fun, but way too much drama on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's a lot of drama on YouTube, but you know what I mean. You just gotta stay away from the drama. That's all. You know what I mean. Make your own. You hear me? Deal with the people that ain't with the drama. That's all you gotta do. Look what I've been through. You know what I mean? With the people, I done met some shady people. They act like YouTube is the streets. Now look at me. You know what I mean? We have a whole nice community that we support each other. You know what I mean? Anytime we upload a video, a live, we in there. You know what I mean? You know? So you just gotta wiggle around the haters. You know what I mean? Just wiggle around the haters. That's all. Other than that, you can still make it fun. All right. So we looking at these oysters. These oysters. All right, we'll give them a little while longer. Hopefully they crack open. Hopefully them bad boys crack open. All right, let me see what we got going on. Let me see. I'll give me 1 second. Okay, live my best life. What's going on with you? All right. Past Kitchen, what's going on with the family? Appreciate you for joining. Marina, what's going on with you? Living after 50, what's going on with you? You know, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Echo, what's good with you, family? Appreciate it. Appreciate you. K Dean, what's going on with it? You said you go join. I like that live you be doing with the waterfall and all that stuff. That's cool right there. All right, James had me on two of his accounts, huh? James and Edward. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I have my family in this bad boy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Uh, appreciate everybody. Greet to everybody. All right, I see we got okay, it went from 27 to 13. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. You know what I mean? Patty's Kitchen, what's going on with you? How you doing? Appreciate you for joining. Let me give you one of them joints real quick. You know what I mean? Because you is part of my family. For sure.
20 thumbs up.
How many? 20?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got 20 thumbs up. You know what I mean? Fun with Granny. What's going on? Fun with Granny. How you doing? Appreciate you for joining. Welcome to the channel. You know, what else we have in here? All right, so when y'all come in, hit that like button for your boy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I had got attacked by the crawfish, so I pulled them bottles out in there, them little plastic bottles. I'll pick them up and go over once I finish my live. So, you know what I mean? Appreciate everybody for joining your boy. Appreciate the support. Much love, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Tammy, what's going on with it? Appreciate you for joining. Hit that like button for me. Body Illusion, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for joining. Hit that like button for me.
23 thumbs up.
That's what I'm talking about. W330 FW313113. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? Hit that like button for your boy. You hit me. And I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? The love and the support. For real. Guy, hi. What's going on with you? Appreciate you for joining. What's good with it? What's good with it?
Oh,
Huh?
James said that's another James from Mississippi.
That's who?
James says that's another James from Mississippi.
That's another junk from Mississippi. My bad, pimp. My bad. Appreciate you for Edward and James. You know what I mean? Y'all might be kin to each other. uh, I gotta get James back some type of way because he be on me every time I go live. He be on your boy every time for some reason. All right, so I don't know. These oysters is kind of like on the buzzards because they act like they don't want to open. We might have to force them open. You know what I'm talking about? I had 12 oysters right here. Oh, look, 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 they open. As soon as I said that, force them open, they popped open. That's dope. As soon as I said we might have to force them open, them bad boys pop open for real. All right, we don't want to overcook the oysters. So what we're gonna do now is we'll grab my strainer. Um, all right, so we're gonna grab this drainer. You know what I didn't get, but I didn't get no gloves neither.
Like 2006.
Somebody said I'll dress like 2006. I don't know. It supposed to be the way I'm supposed to dress. I'm chilling. I'm at home, pimp. You know, I'm at home. I have on some jeans, some Jordans. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. Don't start it. Don't start none. It won't be none because I like to I like to laugh and talk too. That's real talk. I like to laugh and talk too. I'm gonna come over to your channel. But it ain't about that, man. You know what I mean? This is a chill area over here. You know what I mean? If you don't like the way a nigga dressing, don't come over here and watch me. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we do that. See, when you a boss, you can dress however you want. You hear me?
Jim says he'll get roasted real quick.
Huh?
Jim said he'll get roasted real quick.
Who James?
Said that dude will get roasted real quick.
You know, if you don't like how I dress, my nigga, don't even come over here.
Someone said he waited for the camera.
I love to see where you dress and the way you look, pimp. That boy said 2006. Damn. Would you want me to have on some skinny jeans, my nigga? You want me to wear some skinny jeans? Nah, fella. I don't dress like that over here. I wear baggy pants, my nigga.
Never mind, that's said peach cheech snack for me. That's all said cheers.
Appreciate it, fam. These shoes might cost more than everything you have on right now. Just the shoes. Let me make me another drink real quick, though. See that's the one thing that I miss about, you know what I mean, my family is we'll sit back and charge on each other. And what I mean charge on each other, we'll sit back and talk about each other all day long. We'll shoot dice all day long, you know what I mean? But you know, I didn't got turned to a married man now, so I don't do all that no more. Unless I go to my cousin's house. So if you want to open them doors for your boy, welcome me in. You hear me? I love that shit. Let me stop talking. He might take his life back. He might take his life back. I don't like him no more. All right, so how we looking? Let me see. We got Yeah, hey, kick him out of here, man. He don't belong here. Kick his ass out of here. We don't like him no more. Tell him he gotta go. Phil, go his ass up out of here for real. All right. So now, I guess the rest of these oysters we just gonna have to force open them. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna turn them because we got enough of them open. Yeah, get ugly cuz up out of here. Get up out of here, ugly cuz. All right, so we can flap them bad boys over. We're gonna put the top on that bad boy. Well, and see what it do. And now that's not the top to this joint. I just grabbed it because it was close. All right. Boom. All right. Um, so what y'all got going on in y'all kitchen? I want to know. All right, James already shared what he had going on in his kitchen. But I was hoping he'd go put it on video, James. Edward, why you ain't put it on video, bro? When you go put it on video? You been a support on YouTube for so long, bro. Man, put that shit on video. You know I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be in there. You know what I mean? I want to be at everybody kitchen. You know what I mean? Cause like I say, shit, I'm still learning. You hear me? I'm still learning for real. So you know what I mean? I can learn something from y'all too. So you know what I mean? Welcome your boy to the kitchen.
So,
Dude still in here talking crazy. He's still in here talking crazy about it.
but this thing keeps like timing everybody out. Why is that person doing that?
Huh? They timing them out.
I'm saying this person right here is timing them out for saying hi. This person right here.
I guess they talking crazy.
No, nobody's looking crazy. This person right here. I don't know. I don't know if they or whatever. If the person comes in and says hi and they time them out. The person needs to like
All right, take it off. Take it off. Hold on. All right, if a person ain't disrespecting, don't time them out. You know what I mean? But if they disrespecting, time them out. But if they not disrespecting, you know what I mean? Give them a chance. What's on that stove? The cold going on with it. What's on the stove? Hold on. If you want to take the moderator rich one, you take it. You know what I mean? They just keep on timing somebody out. You know what I mean? We have some oysters right here. So we just put them together real quick. You want them bad boys to pop open. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Hopefully they didn't pop open. If they didn't, hey. All right, so we have some oysters in here that I didn't did on the stove. Yeah, we're gonna have to force these open. Oh, it's kind of open a little bit. Uh, All right. Yeah, we got to force the rest of these open. So we're gonna fish these out real quick. And then we're gonna put our little thing together for the oysters. I'm gonna make it happen. So like I say, it was all about the oysters. So we're gonna get them out the way first. Um yeah, she was hot. There we go right there. All right, so I'm gonna turn on the oven. I'm just gonna put it on 400 because what we want to do, we want to melt the cheese. Hold on, where is that? Uh, all right, give me 1 second. All right, boom. There we go right there. So we have this water over here boiling. I don't burn the shit on myself, bro. All right, so only thing we need to chop up. My bad. I usually have all this chopped up before I start my video, but this time I was kind of like a little slow. You hear me? So we're gonna chop up this onion, this red onion, real quick.
Nice Jordans.
I appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. We had a playhead in here for a minute. He said I was just like the like the 60s. We had a playhead in here for a minute. Hopefully he left while he going to sit back and enjoy the show. You hear me?
Now there's a little chef on here with you, my friend.
Say it again, buddy.
Nailed it and beyond says hello, chef. I'm here with you, my friend.
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. And when y'all come in, can y'all please hit that like button for me? Pretty please. So we just go rough chop these bad boys, you know what I mean? Cause you know the wife, you know what I mean, she don't too much like onions. Really. But you know what? Every time I made them oysters, she ate them. Y'all done one? Yeah. Like I say, my bad. I usually have everything chopped up.
See what the wife wants.
All right, for sure, pimp. That James.
Wait, so in the background.
All right, appreciate you, family.
Say we're really cooking for dinner tonight.
I'm doing oysters. I'm doing some oysters. It's really like a little oyster boil, but I have oysters, shrimp, potatoes, crawfish, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, so I ain't gonna need that many onions. So we're gonna do. So I'm gonna grab like that many onions. Um, that's cool right there. The rest I'm gonna put to the side. So this is my oysters. You know what I mean? This is my little sauce that really bring them oysters out right here. So this is what I'm doing. I'm building my flavor for my oysters. So we started first with the red onion. All right, so the rest of these onions we don't need really. So we're gonna clean this off the cutting board. All right, so boom. So we don't need them right there. So what you want to do now is grab you some olives. You know, that's about enough right there. Some olives. So what you just wanna just rough chop these bad boys, you know what I'm talking about? All right. Um, olives is optional. If you don't want to use no olives, if you don't like them, then you know what I mean, don't use them. Okay. There we go right there. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that part right there. Eat that right there. You want a couple olives back?
Yes.
I got you. Give me 1 second. Wipe this off real quick. I'm gonna take the wipe some olives real fast. Y'all want some olives? There y'all go right there. Some olives if y'all want some. Okay. So now we'll grab some jalapeno peppers. All right, so boom. Put off some jalapeno peppers. There we go, right there. Then we're gonna add some of the jalapeno pepper juice to that right there. You know what I mean? Um, and now you wanna rough top chop these. And these jalapeno peppers is optional if you're not too much into the spices, don't use them. You know who? What's up with it, cuz? Appreciate you for joining my jig. What's going on with you? Love you, cuz. Appreciate you, pimp. Okay, so that's it right there. Rough cut, chop, rough chop. You know what I mean? Um, all right. So now we're gonna take that off of there. Ooh, I got a little messy looking up. And wash my hands real quick. All right. In 1 second, 1 second. All right, that's that right there. And now we're gonna take a lemon and an orange. And we're gonna make it right. So this right here, it take your way back down memory lane. Because when I first met my wife, this one of our favorite things I used to make happen on the weekends. I pull that grill out, and man, this one of our favorite little things I put together is these oysters. You know, some steak or some ribs or something like that. You know what I mean? But our main thing is them oysters with some drink. That's when the wife used to drink. You know what I mean? She don't drink no more unless we go to Vegas or somewhere out the way. You know what I mean? Other than that, nah, she don't drink no more. Okay, get that. All right, so now we go squeeze our lemon in there. You know what I mean? That's all we need right there. That's all we need. It's right there. So this is our little oyster sauce right here. If you want to add something different to it, you know, it's your kitchen and your taste bud is your taste bud. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just giving you a piece of what I have going on. All right, boom.
Said nice man.
Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. All right, so now we're gonna stir that bad boy up. Grab a spoon, stir it up. We're gonna add a little bit of seasoning. You know, you don't want to just have no oysters that taste like, you know, but we're gonna hit it with that KC style barbecue rub. Mix it in. You know what I mean? Right, where you put that honey yesterday?
What's up?
Okay. So this when you know what I mean, you look out for your lady, give it a little bit of sweetness. You know what I'm talking about? Give it a little bit of sweetness. Us mans could, eat all the peppers, hot peppers, and stuff like that there. But you gotta, look out for your lady a little bit. You know what I mean? Give a little bit of spiciness with, some sweetness. You know what I'm talking about? Just let her know that you're thinking about her while you cooking. You hear me? I'm thinking about you, girl. You hear? For real. Okay, so that's our little oyster situation right here. So now, what we're gonna do now is take it to the next level. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna take it to the next level. So we want the little juice that the oysters have in there. We want to, you know, keep that little part.
don't see inside.
Huh?
Show inside.
Say it again, back.
He said we owned it.
What? Okay. All right, so I gotta open a couple more of these bad boys. Grab me a cool knife. If they go on this bad boy and just open it up. Okay, you gonna do one more.
Someone said they do wash the oysters.
Huh?
They asked if you washed the oysters.
Yeah, yes, I watched the oysters. Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I sure did. You know, your boy, you know, I've been cooking for so long, so you know, I make sure I be a clean cook no matter what I cook, you know what I mean? I make sure I wash them, scrub them, you know, all the good stuff, you know what I mean? So yes, I washed them. All right, so we have one more I'm trying to open up. Oh, there we go.
On the big screen.
Say it again, back.
We said hello, everyone. Got you on the big screen.
Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. You want to try to keep that juice from the oysters. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We oyster. All right, so I have but two more to crack open. So I say when you rock with these oysters, you want to make sure you have that knife, the oyster knife. I'm gonna have to order one on Amazon just to have it in the cuts and keep it real. We ain't ate no oysters in so long. And I ain't gonna fight with that one. It don't want to open. So that's it. I have like two more to open. We good. Wash my hands real quick. You have to wash the hands. You have to wash the hands. Okay, hands is nice and clean. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna take our little sauce, you know, with the juice and dress up the oysters. You know what I'm talking about? And when I tell you this whole situation right here is gonna be fire, this whole situation is gonna be fire right here. Everything I have going on, gonna go crazy.
Someone said this is interesting.
I appreciate you, appreciate you.
What's in the pot for?
Oh, that's for our little boil because we have some crawfish. You know what I mean? Different little stuff. You know what I mean? Couple little things. We have our little crawfish and stuff. You know.
Are oysters better cooked or raw?
Say it again.
Are oysters better cooked or raw?
All right. You know what I mean? In different places, they do them different ways. You know what I mean? It's okay to eat them raw because they gonna add some lemon juice to them, and that the lemon juices go cook them. So that's cool. You know what I mean? That's only if you going out. You know what I mean? You be somewhere high class. Out to dinner with your lady. You know what I mean? You out to dinner with your lady, your wife. You know, and you want that nice little dizziac. You know what I mean? So if we get that full dizziac, you know what I mean? You want to eat them raw, kind of like a little raw. After you eat your oysters raw, you know what I mean? Y'all go sightseeing, all that good stuff. And then you get you some clear alcohol, your favorite clear alcohol, and go back to your suite, your room, wherever you located, whatever you have going on, and drink that bad boy, and then you go crazy as an adult. You know what I mean? That's all. So that's that situation right there. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so now we have our Mexican blend, Mexican style blend cheese. You know what I mean? Add your cheese on there. So like I said, I used to when I used to make this is my first time doing it on the stove. When I used to make this, you know what I mean? After I do what I do, then that's when I add my cheese and all of the juices from the oyster and whatever you make to add with it. That cheese go melt down and it's gonna trap all that goodness in our oyster shell. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how you do it. So like I said, I'm not at you know what I mean, I'm not on the grill doing it. We're just doing it right here in our good kitchen. Yes, sir. We're just doing it right here in our good kitchen. All right. The oven is ready. So now we're gonna do we're gonna put it on our little pan, you know. And I say this is gonna be fire. This is gonna be fire for real. Hopefully we get all of them on here at one time. We don't have to spin again. Okay, so we're gonna get them all on here at one time and we ain't gonna have to spin again. You know what I mean? It get a little messy when you cooking in the kitchen. But all you gotta do is just clean it up a little bit. You hear me? That's it. Just clean up a little bit. And one more thing I'm missing with my mixture. Usually I add some alcohol with it. So we fit throw this in the oven, preheat it to 400. We just want to melt that cheese. That's it. Like I said, it was all about the oysters. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera on me. Hopefully, y'all don't get bored. It's time for me to have a drink real quick. You hear me? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. Appreciate it. All right, so we have the Dutch oven. We have everything going on the Dutch oven. We fix to get to the next one. Have to wake my game up real quick. All right, so the water is already boiling. Now we just gonna go in there with the good stuff. You know what I mean? We're gonna add our lemon in there. You know.
And then what are you drinking?
Some some VSOP. We'll add our onions in there. You know what I mean? You know, rough cut, big size. I'm gonna hit it with a couple of these jalapeno peppers that you know, my wife made it happen in the garden. You know what I mean? She be doing her thizzle. Now we're gonna take some garlic cloves, drop about 10 or 20 of them up. Nah, we're gonna drop some in there, you know what I mean? I'm a garlic head. I love garlic. So I dropped like 12 of them in there. You know what I mean? Oh, so I didn't go too fancy with it. Should I just cut the potatoes that I have at home? You know what I mean? Left the skin on. Boom. There we go right there. You close this real quick because they bumping music driving past. Okay, that's cool. You know, you don't want to get that copyright. But everybody out here love to bump music. All right. So now we're gonna take an orange, put that in there. We'll squeeze some of that good juice out of there. Um, um, you know what I mean?
So what exactly are you cooking?
Huh?
Kimberly said, what exactly are you cooking?
Oh, I'm it's all about the oysters, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna do a little boil. I have some crawfish, some shrimp, some beef sausage, you know. I'm just wandering around in the kitchen. That's all. Then we're gonna add a couple bay leaves. You know, I'm just doing something to tap in with the family, that's all. But once I finish, it's gonna be lovely. See that. So we have our little, you know, we doing a nice little boil. You know, we gotta wait. You know, you can't just add your crawfish in there just yet. All right, so we want that to come to a complete boil. That's not gonna take long at all. Then we have our little crawfish boil bag in the bag. Um, say it again, back.
Okay. I said put it down, but mine just needs to.
Yeah, we just gonna let it soak down.
Mine just needs to adjust this one.
All right. How many?
41.
41. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, family.
32 people.
32 people, 41 thumbs up.
Mhm.
All right. And like I said, if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel yet, man, come on over and chill with your boy. You know what I mean? Welcome to the dice game. Come join the dice game. Yeah. So we gonna put the top on that bad boy. Let it do what it do. If I can find my top, then I just have it. Yeah. Wait, where the corn at? It's in my deep freezer. The corn. It's in the refrigerator. All right. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Where at? You said the corn is in the refrigerator.
No freezer. No freezer.
Oh. I'm looking somewhere else. All right, so we're gonna add our corn. Oh. All right, so we have a couple pieces of corn in there. You know, just have patience with your boy. Have a little patience with me. You know, I'm just cooking a nice dinner for us. Once you start boiling, then we're gonna add our seasoning. Yeah. Once it start boiling, we'll add our seasoning. But other than that, you know, let's have a nice little drink. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate everybody in their support. For real. Anybody in the cuts, you know what I mean? Come on out. It's friendly around here. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, it's free. You know what I'm talking about? Just hit that bell all notification, subscribe. And this is what I do. You know what I mean? I love to cook in the kitchen. That's what I do. Yeah.
Think so. What's in the cup?
Some Coke and some VSOP. Pink, what's going on with the family? I see y'all. Say appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you, family. And you know I'll be over there in a little while. For sure. So I have you know, everybody that just came in, I have some crawfish right here. And yes, they live. You know what I mean? Some of them playing sleep on me because I put them in the ice a nice ice bath so we can keep them alive. And then as you can see, the oysters, you know what I mean? So what we're gonna do now, we can go ahead and pull out these oysters. Give me 1 second. Yeah. That's how we looking right there. That looks so good. Watch this right here. 45 thumbs up. Okay. We 45 of them things. Huh? 39 here. Okay.
So what's for dinner?
So like I say, it was all about the oysters right here. You know what I'm talking about? There we go right there. That's the oysters right there. You know, some people don't like no oysters, but you gotta give it a little bit of class and decorate it nice and good. Make it taste good. You hear me? So watch this here. We're gonna turn that off and we'll trade places. You know what I'm talking about? Trading places. Because it was all about the oysters. That was about the video. Everything else was an add-on. You know what I mean? So I say, why not chill with y'all?
Okay, so this one looks so good.
Add a little bit of honey to that bad boy.
So those look good. I've never tried them.
You know what I mean? It's a cool little go-to right here. You know, it's a cool little go-to right here. Add a little bit of honey. And yes, oysters and honey go together for real. You know what I mean? You know, they tell us males to take every day take a nice spoon of some real honey and then make it happen. For real.
So why honey?
Why not? Because reason why I'm adding the honey now because it's a little spicy. And I don't wanna my wife don't eat too much spiciness like that. So I want to give her a little bit of sweetness added to it. So that's why I added the honey. So that's the little substitute, you know what I mean, if it's too spicy, just give it a little sweetness, you know what I mean? For your wife, your lady, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever you have going on. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what it is. That's why I choose honey. A little bit of hot sauce to it. Some of them add some hot sauce to it.
The odds and even said 46 likes salute for guys.
Man, appreciate it. You know what I mean? You know, so that got oysters right there.
Okay, so send me a plate to Jamaica.
I got you. I got you, Kay. Believe that. Right, you want some of the oysters? Okay. I don't have no where my phone? Yeah. You know. I know she don't like hot sauce. Oh, it's a done daughter now. So boom. So that's how we looking with the oysters now, y'all. That's how we looking. So I'm fixing to serve this to the wife real quick. Yeah, one of them flipped upside down. You're welcome. You know, you gotta serve the wife. You hear me? You got to. And the video ain't even over yet. You like it? Okay, she said she like it. You know what I mean? She like it. So that's why I chose honey because it's gonna that spiciness gonna beat her up a little bit, but the honey gonna make it happen for real. You hear me? So that's how you got. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. You know what I mean? You can't be a selfish person. You know, all, us mans, we love spiciness. We love spicy everything. You know what I mean? We go spicy crazy in the kitchen. But it be at times when you gotta think about you know what I mean, how your other go feel about it. You know what I mean? So you gotta sweeten it up for her a little bit. All right, so we continue to boil joint. Yeah, you gotta sweeten it up for her a little bit. You know what I mean? Make it right for her. And then you know what I mean, when she hit that oyster, you know what I mean, just give her a little bit of drink with it. Go crazy, for real. Hit dice. Y'all talking about? It go crazy for real. You know what I mean? For y'all women's out there, got y'all a nice man. You hear me? Do an oyster thing. You know what I mean? Give him some oysters with a little bit of drink. You can make it at home, or you know what I mean, take them to the restaurant or something. Do it that way. You hear me? But you, like I say, you can make it at home too. But when you make your oysters at home and you want all the juices from the oyster, you want to keep the cup side down. So once you boil your oysters, or however you do it, you smoke them on the grill. All the juices from the oysters go into that cup side down, and whatever else you add to it, it's gonna get the job done for real, for real. So this is a go-to right here. It's all about the oysters. All right, so now we'll go ahead and add our seasoning because this bad boy is boiling. So let's add our seasoning now. Whoa. Yeah, that's up there for real. Give me 1 second. So we're gonna do now.
It's like the Rockefeller without the cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they said in fancy.
Yeah. We'll get some of that good water up out of there. You know, like I say, reason why I add that cheese because all that goodness, you know what I mean, it catch all that goodness and it keeps it in the oyster. You know what I mean? So that's why I add the cheese. We don't need all this juice. So I'm go ahead and get up out of there. I'm just building my flavor for our little boil joint. Oh, there we go right there. Hey, did you like it, bud? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so I don't too much care for this no more. This we have all our flavor right here. So I'm fishing most of this stuff out of there that I don't need no more. They don't want to come out for nothing. All right, so we'll keep the bay leaves in there. Boom. So now we're gonna add our seasoning. So this some of our seasoning, that KC style seasoning, barbecue rub. We eyeballing everything. We ain't measuring nothing. We just eyeball it, making it happen. So we want to add some of that lemon pepper seasoning. Okay, we just building our flavor. That's it. All right, so what else we have? Some of that good paprika. You know what I'm talking about? That good paprika right there. So this for our corn and our potatoes. You know what I mean? Nice seasoning, all that good stuff. Boom. There we go right there. And we're gonna leave it alone for a second. Let it boil. Let me give it a nice little stir. All right. Boom. Mix that in. You know. Woo. Season kind of strong. So now we just want to you know, cook our potatoes. The corn is doing what it do. We get this up out of there. See, last time I was live, not yesterday, but the time before that, his phone got too hot and cut off. So I didn't get a chance to finish my whole video, so I had to make a different live and dressed up what I cooked. You know what I mean? So boom, we're gonna pull that up out of there because we don't need that no more. That's all flavor in there. You know, it don't take too long for the potatoes to do what it's supposed to. But we ain't rushing nothing. So it's one more seasoning that we gonna add. And that's our boil, our crawfish boil seasoning. You know what I mean? Crawfish, shrimp, all that good stuff. You know. But I'm not gonna add it just yet because we still wait for the corn and the potatoes to cook. Once the corn and the potatoes cook, then we're gonna add our shrimp and our crawfish because you know it don't take long at all for that to cook. You know what I mean? So that's how we looking on that. So what do I need? Put the top on that bad boy. And let's have a drink together. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you put the top on there, it's gonna cook even faster. We just want everything to soften up and do what it's supposed to. That's it. So what's going on with everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all ready for tomorrow? What y'all have planned for tomorrow? Y'all gonna cook? Y'all going out on a date? Y'all going to the club? What y'all got going on for tomorrow? It's that Good Friday tomorrow. You know what I mean? Leave it in the comment. Let me know. And let me know if I was the last person on earth, would y'all let me cook for you? Would y'all let me cook for you if I was the last person on earth?
Miss Tony says, "Where's the crabs?"
He said what?
Miss Tony has asked, "Where's the crabs?"
The crab? I didn't get no crab, pimp. I didn't get no crab. Not on this round. That's for another video. Cause I have something else planned. So I didn't want to do crab now. And then this next video I have going on, it's gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? So I just like I said, it was all about the oysters. That's what it's about, the oysters. You know what I mean? Everything else was just an add-on. But my next video I have planned, we're gonna have crab. That's all I'm gonna say. We just gonna have crab. That's it. I ain't gonna say no more. You hear me? But it's gonna be fire. It's gonna go crazy. So I don't want to have crab this video and then that next video some crab. They will be like, whoa, some crab again? You know what I mean? You know, everybody want to judge. You know, everybody. You know, not everybody, but some people want to judge your. Go ahead. Some people want to judge your videos. You know what I mean? Oh, you cooked that last time. You know what I mean? Or man, you go cook that again. You know what I mean? You know. But I don't care what nobody say. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I do anyway. Because whatever I do is gonna be fire in the kitchen, and my family gonna eat good. You hear me? So I'm just sharing with the world, with whoever watch my videos. I'm just sharing with them. You know what I mean? You know how do I feed? You know what I mean, my family. You know how I put something together. A shortcut for y'all to put something together. You know what I mean? My wife been on me though. She been like, "Babe, you need to make a lot of more cheap meals. A lot of more cheap meals because everybody ain't eating. You know what I mean? Big lobsters and stuff like that, all the time. Some people, pick their time, but a lot of people will be allergic to seafood, I love seafood, so a lot of people be allergic to seafood, and she like, babe, put some cool, family meals in there, and so I'm like, all right, babe, but I do it sometimes. Not all the time though, but I do it sometimes though. But like I say, if it's anything that y'all want me to cook on my video or live, leave it in the comment section of my recent video. Just leave it in the comment section, I'll make it happen. James, don't say nothing. Cause you wanted me to make a fruit bowl. And I ain't still made it yet, and it's like 2 years ago. My bad, pimp. My bad, pimp. I don't want nobody to say nothing. My boy James, he gonna say something. He gonna call me out on something for real. He is. What about my fruit bowl? I don't know. My boy James wanted me to make a fruit bowl with a mermaid on the side, all type of stuff. I'm like, man, I'm not that advanced, bro. You know what I mean? I know how to boil, fry, and bake some food, but all that fruit stuff, I'm not that advanced on that, pimp. He wanted me to have a rainbow of fruit. Man, I felt like he was asking for too much. That's my boy though. Yeah, that's my boy though. You know what I mean? When I say this smell good, this smells so good right now. So, I'm just trying to step my game up a little more. You know what I mean? Learning from other people. You hear me? They said we all got to crawl before we walk. You hear? And that's for real. So I'm still learning. Y'all, it's to go crazy though. And plus, I love crawfish. You know what I mean? But I don't make them too much, cause my family, we grew up. We was raised. You know what I mean? Raised with my granny and them, my grandfather, great uncles and stuff like that, and we used to go fishing all the time. So crawfish and stuff like that I be cooking, we used to fish with that. You know what I mean? They used to have a nice little pond out there in Vallejo, California, where you put some liver on your hook and throw that bad boy out there, or put some liver on your hook with your cane pole and just set that bad boy out there and just pull up all type of crawfish on the liver. And then the next day, we'll go to like Clear Lake, Whiskey Slough, White Slough, and we go fishing. But that's back then when the water wasn't all polluted and all this wasted stuff, and all into the water. The water was so clear, and you go for sure catch a big old striped bass or a big catfish, all the time. And it's so crazy because they wasn't shy. They'd swim, like the water be so clear, you just see them swimming like on top of the water. But now, out here in California, man, when you fish, you gotta fish for real. To catch big old fish, you know what I mean? Longer than your leg, longer than your body. Now these days, you got to go down south somewhere to catch fish like that. Here in the Bay Area, around our way, the water be so polluted, you can't even see through the water no more. And then when you catch fish, you gotta soak that bad boy in some apple cider vinegar for so long, and you know what I mean, put all your little extra little, soak into it. And make sure it's good to eat. But now when I be talking to my cousin, I'm like, cuz I'm make some crawfish. He like, man, when you come out here, bring me some crawfish. I'm going fishing with it. But I'm fixing to eat it. Yeah, I mean, I'm fixing to eat that bad boy. All right, so the potatoes, the corn is ready. I'm gonna add our crawfish. My bad, y'all see them like that. You know what I mean? My bad. Now we're gonna add our eggs. Wash my hands real quick. All right, we're getting them eggs in there. And we don't have to boil the eggs too long because I already have boiled them before I started my camera. But before I started my live, I already boiled the eggs. I'm gonna add our sausage. Oh, get them sausages in there. So we'll put the top on there. I'm gonna put the camera back on me, and we're gonna talk about something real quick. And then from there, we're gonna add our shrimp. You hear me? And that's gonna be a complete add-on. Well, then I'm just cooking in the kitchen. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope none of y'all done fell asleep on your boy. Mhm. Other than that, that's what I do. I love to cook. You know what I mean? All season, what's going on with the family? My bad. What's going on with everybody? Appreciate it. Looks good. Looks good. Looks like shit. Somebody said it looks like shit. My cooking look like shit. Hey, don't play hate, pimp. Don't play hate. Looks like shit. You a hater. Hey, give him a timeout, bud. Matter of fact, kick him out of here. My food look like shit. Let's see what you got going on in your kitchen, ugly cuz. I want to see what you got going on in your kitchen. Because I have over 1,500 videos that's going to prove you, you know what I mean? It's going to tell you a liar. What's going on with it, fam? Say facts, bro. That's what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I got all type of videos. So young. There's time going on with it. So they don't give them the time of day. I don't, but sometimes you gotta, you just gotta say a little something. You know what I mean? That's all. You just gotta say a little something. Not all the time, but just sometimes. So he's stupid. you know. People go hate all the time. You know what I mean? Every now and then people go hate. But it's cool though, you know what I mean? We always need the hates. It ain't nothing wrong with the haters. Because you know why? A hater is a view. For real. A hater is a view. But sometimes I be thinking like, damn, do these haters be kids, teenagers, or do they be adults? And if they're adults, man, I don't know what to say about that. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put the camera back down. Oh, we'll lift that bad boy up. Our profit is doing the thing. And now we're gonna add the rest of our little boil seasoning. Uh, put that down in there. Some crawfish, everything in there. Let it soak up that juice. When I say this smells so good, man, it smells good for real. All right. So we're gonna turn the fire off on this. To everybody that just now coming in here, welcome. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Now we turn our fire off on that right there. So we fix to make our sauce. So you want all that goodness to go ahead and soak in. So we have everything done. We have our oysters done. You know what I mean? For everybody just came in, the video was about our oysters. Let me see. Let me show these oysters real quick. Oh, I got the oysters right there. But hold on, before we add that over here, let's go ahead and pull this back over here. And now we're gonna add our shrimp. Boom. Put them shrimps in there. Let the shrimps get all that flavor right there. I ain't gonna lie to you, I almost forgot about the shrimp. I almost did. Then we'll add our ginger. Ginger already seasoned. I feel close to doing a second because my neighbors, their dog is going crazy right now. I guess Yeah, it's going crazy right now. So let's turn this back on real quick. Put the tie back on there. Let it boil for a second. Oh, and put the camera back on me. You hear me? Oh, this real quick. Oh, dude, man. And let's have a drink. Yeah. So I started at 6:30. Right now it's 8:17. I've been here for a minute. I appreciate everybody that came to support. They take the time out of their day to come and chill with your boy from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Everybody that was here at 6:30, you know what I mean? If you fell asleep, if you got tired of watching your boy, just look at the picture. Or if you want to play the video later on, play the live. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. But like I say, this is what I love to do. I love to cook in the kitchen. Love to have a good conversation, keep it positive around this thing. You know what I mean? And I'm a peaceful dude. You know what I'm talking about? And if you ain't subscribed to your boy channel, I don't know what you waiting for. Come join the dice game. You hear me? Come join me. You know what I mean? Come rock with your boy. It's always good to have a good, a strong support system. You know what I mean? A strong support system. And if you could build that, and you could build relationships with your sister, you know what I mean, with your family, you know what I mean? You know, some people say supporters and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, shit, you my family. Yeah. Because every time I drop a video, y'all show up and y'all show out. You know what I'm talking about?
Jessica said, too bad we can't try to do the phone.
Oh, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all could eat this food, man, y'all love it for real. Everything that I cook, whatever I cook, you know what I mean? I learned it from my granny. You know, I learned it from my granny, I learned it from my mama. So whatever I cook, I'm gonna go crazy on it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cook it for real. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my all into it, no matter what it is. A lot of people be thinking it's just like so easy, like, all right, this person cooked this, they cooked that. That's an easy video. No, it's not. It's not easy to cook. You know what I mean? It's you gotta clean your food, you gotta let it soak. You know what I mean? You gotta do everything that comes along with cooking your food so it can be nice and tender, right? You know what I mean? No matter what you cook. You gotta put all that work in. You gotta clean it, you gotta scrub it. You know what I mean? You gotta let it soak, you gotta rinse it real good, you gotta pat it dry, you gotta season it, you know what I mean? All that stuff, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta cut it, you know what I mean? It's man, I tell my hats to the chefs, you know what I mean? The chefs that be really in the restaurants doing what they do, man, I give them a man.
James says it's easy for you, bro.
Huh?
James says it's easy for you, bro.
Nah, it ain't easy for me, pimp. You know what I mean? Them videos don't just man. When I cook, bro, I don't ask my wife to cut onions, babe, cut these or do this or do that. You know what I mean? I'm in that kitchen, I do it. You know what I mean? I don't complain about it because cooking is my passion. I love to cook. You know what I mean? I don't complain about it, but you know what I mean. I just want to get a shout out to all the chefs. You know what I mean? That be making it happen in their kitchen for their family, and that's a man or a woman. You know what I mean? If you're chefing in the kitchen, making it happen for you and your family, man, salute to you. You know what I mean? And it'd be good for these mothers because these mothers be really in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Making sure their family eat. You know what I mean? It some relationships, the mans don't really be cooking like that. You know what I mean? The women's be cooking like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the women's. that make sure they family eat and they feed them and they cook. You know what I mean? Big shout out to them.
It's like keep it in the family, cook with love, and Gordon Ramsay type shit.
All right, so now we're gonna make our little sauce real quick. Hold on, let me. Y'all gotta excuse my stove, but I'm on the road right now. All right, so we got that going good. Yeah, as we speak, shit, my wife cooking too. You know what I mean? I'm cooking a dinner for me and her. You know what I mean? I'm doing a little something for me and her. And this right here, you know what I mean? I'm sharing with y'all that I'm doing for me and her. But shit, she cooking for the rest of the family. You know what I mean? All right, so we using some of this imperial butter to start off with our sauce. So the magic never stop. You know what I mean? You know this what we do. You know, yesterday I did a live, but I also cooked for you know what I mean, for the family too. So I did both. You hear me? I did a live with y'all, and then I cooked for the family. Yep. All right, so we figured get this butter nice and hot. Let's melt this butter so we can start our little sauce. Yes, I'm a clean cook. Believe that. Always. I was a clean cook when I first started cooking at the age of 19. Ready to start cooking. Turn that down a little bit. All right. So we'll add our Louisiana hot sauce. Not much, but some. Yes, we back at it again. We'll add some of this good honey. Um, I'm gonna add some of that good oyster sauce.
you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Man, I appreciate y'all for sure. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Some of that rice wine. Have a great weekend. And like I say, if you're a YouTuber, when this live is over with, make sure you go into the live and leave a comment. And if we ain't familiar with each other, I will be coming to your channel. All right, so that's that good soy sauce, low sodium. So that's what that is, soy sauce, low sodium. And some of this oyster sauce. And there we go right there. We kind of famous. So you want to heat that up. Let it do its thing. Okay, so we're heating that up right there. Let everything come together like it's supposed to. Once it start bubbling, we just go wait till it start bubbling. But this fit be fire though. Leave that. We have an orange right here, half of an orange. We're gonna add that juice to it. Mm. Now I mean, it's gonna be the sauce for our shrimp, our crawfish, potato, whatever we have. You know what I mean? Not a little boil. Some of that good seasoning. Mm. So all this gonna be finger looking good for real. We'll add a couple of these garlics. You know, them good garlic heads right there. Garlic cloves, garlic head, garlic clove. What's going on with it, family?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. You hear me? That's what I'm talking about. So that's gonna be a beautiful flavor right there. For our little boil, nice little sauce. They go crazy. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with your boy. Appreciate everybody for, you know, I mean, sitting back, watching me cook, let me run. on a phone, tablet, TV. You know what I mean? I appreciate all that good stuff. And like I say, every time I turn my camera on, it's gonna be about cooking. If it ain't gonna be about cooking, it's gonna be about in the garden, chilling with my wife, and we planting some stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We planting from earth. You hear? Something fresh, organic for your family. It's gonna be either or. And every time I get in the kitchen, I'm gonna show out. You hear me? I'm gonna show out for real. Believe that. All right, so we want that to come to a nice little boil. Give me 1 second. Gotta run something off. But we almost over with it with the video. You know what I mean? We just wait till the sauce do what it do. Once that sauce do what it do, we're gonna make a nice little plate and we're gonna close this bad boy. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it happen all the time. Come in this bad boy. Okay, so it's to a nice little boil. Sauce is. So now we're gonna add our tablespoon of that good cornstarch. You know what I mean? Good tablespoon of that cornstarch right there. You know. Boom.
$5. Nice work, bro.
Appreciate you, family. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, family. For real. Appreciate you. All right. So we wanted what we doing now. We just go thicken up that sauce with that good cornstarch. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, fam. For sure. Appreciate you. Like I say, for all my YouTubers out there that's just started YouTubing, that been YouTube for like 3, 4, 5 years or whatever, man, your gift is your gift. Nobody can take your gift from you. You know what I mean? So nobody can come into your life and talk about trying to down talk you or nothing like that. You know, just keep on pushing because one day it's gonna happen. One day. I don't care how long it takes. You know what I mean? It's already written. Never give up on your passion. Share with the world. Whatever you're good at, post it. Sometimes the right eyes don't see it, and people be negative. You know what I mean? They have negative comments. We all have to start somewhere, and we all have to crawl before we walk, no matter what. So whatever you do, you just have, you know what I mean, time and patience, and keep them videos coming. And if that person don't like it, that person don't like it, somebody go like it. You know what I mean? Somebody go love it. Somebody go cherish it. You know what I mean? And that's when you work on building your own community. You know what I mean? So support, you know what I mean? Support the people that support you. That's how you build a relationship with them. But remember, everybody ain't gonna be you. And if everybody ain't looking at your video, watching your videos, man, just do what you do. Just stay being you and let their videos play and comment on their videos. The real will always know the real will always, you know what I mean, know the fake. Believe that. But as long as you doing what you do and stand real to what you're doing and real to others,
So,
huh?
I don't mind them that you do usually mix the cornstarch before you put it in.
Yeah, I really do that. You know what I mean? I really do mix the cornstarch before I put it in there. But I don't want to add no water to it, you know what I mean? Yes, I do that, you know what I mean? My bad. I just wanted to, stay a little extra longer with y'all. That's all. But like I was saying, you know what I mean? Just stay being you because God go bless you. Believe that. God go always bless you. So as I'm stirring, you know what I mean, I'm pressing down on the garlic and the cornstarch. You know what I mean? And we making this sauce thick. You hear me? Somebody put that in the comment, babe, or you said that? Huh? Somebody put that in the comment or you said that? Huh? Two people? Yeah, I do. I do mix it, you know what I mean? Yes, you right about that. I do. But you know what? This how we go beat it up though. Watch this. We go turn that fire up a little more. And we'll grab some of the juice from here. Oh, this looks so good right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, grab some of it. Boom, boom. Look, that good juice on that boil. And look, here we go right here. And every time you upload a video or you go live, before you upload a video, you know what I mean? Just have a nice conversation with God. You know what I mean? That's all. Just have a nice conversation with God. I done been there before. I done been live before when it was just me and my wife in my live. You know what I mean? That's it. She on her tablet, her phone, and I'm on my tablet and my phone. You know what I mean? I done been there before. Same thing with the videos. The family in the house, you know what I mean? Give my videos a thumb up, and that's be it. But I support all these other people, you know what I mean? Just keep up the good work. That's all I'm saying. Never give up on what you believe in. Never. All right. So it's about coming in now. The sauce getting a little thicker. We'll have that fresh garlic taste. It's time to get this food on a nice plate. You know what I mean? For real. Give me 1 second. We're about to make this happen. Like I said, I appreciate everybody.
66 thumbs up.
I had to drag this video a little longer. Because yesterday I went live and I only got like 50 something minutes out of that video. I'd rather get an hour and a half, an hour 10 minutes, hour 5 minutes. As long as I get that hour in. So I had to make up for that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate everybody that, you know what I mean, stuck around. I appreciate everybody that came and support your boy. You know what I mean? For real. I appreciate everybody. But now we about to go ahead and make this good food.
You put on little hearts and 100%.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so what we go use today? Man, that's supposed to be so good. What should I put on a plate, bowl, plate? Yeah. I put on a plate. Yeah. So we're gonna put this bad boy on a nice plate. All this good food. There we go right there. We'll add some oysters on there. You know, some good oysters. And yes, you can put your oysters in a shell in the microwave to warm it up. Yes, you can. So there we go right there with the good oysters. Oh, then we go tap in with everything else. The potatoes, yeah, they cook for real. Get most of that juice up out of there. Yeah, them potatoes been there a little, you know what I mean, a little long. Good crawfish. That's how we live. Something like this. Boil seasoning. We're gonna cut up a lemon or something. Don't judge my plate, y'all. Don't judge my plate, y'all. Well, man, this is fire. Everything I just put up right there is fire for real.
I said, picture perfect. Paint the perfect picture.
No, we don't want to hide the oysters. No, I mean we just doing what we do. So
It's gonna be fine.
yeah, this gonna be fire for real.
It's just looking big.
Then we have our little sauce. There we go right there. You know. So everything that's on this plate, you can enjoy. You hear me? For real. You can enjoy everything that's on this plate. So that's how we looking, y'all. Now, if I would have did a video, it would have came out much better, but this how we looking on our live. You know what I mean? We have our oysters, and we have a nice little boil going on. I'm not a chef. I'm not at a restaurant or nothing. I'm at home chilling, chilling with y'all, vibing with y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy what I have going on this good plate. And I'm about to enjoy this too. You hear me? Other than that, I had a good time filming with y'all. Don't forget hit that bell notification, like, comment, and share. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Thanks. Appreciate y'all. Much love and respect.